Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and we're going to do Duel Links today. It's been a while since I've done Duel Links on this channel, but I've picked it up again, and I'm now playing Harpies, which apparently everybody hates, but I like Harpies. So this is my build. As you can see on the side there, I've got 2 Oracle, 3 Channeler, 1 Harpist, which is, you just need 1. Just trust me, you only need 1. 2 Perfumer. And the reason why you don't run more than 2 is because you're only running 2 targets, so there really isn't any reason to bring more than 2. Usually 2 is more than good enough. Then 2 of the basically really old cards, but they're still decent, like Cyber Harpy is good because then you can use Swallow's Nest to go into the other one, or vice versa, I can give a take and stuff like that. So they're just there for egotist targets, so you can choose either one. Usually you would land on the synchro there, and you would land on the boosting one, the one that gives attack to all wind monsters. You usually just sit on those 2 because that's the standard play. 2 lances, 1 cosmic cyclone, 3 swallow's nest, and I think that's mandatory if you're playing Harpies. You need swallow's nest. And a new addition, which I'm just temporarily putting in there, is the hysteric sign, which I don't think is really mandatory. No one's really running that, but I just put that in there anyways because I just changed this deck around at the last moment. I was running rank 7 Draco Sack in this deck, but I found that even at 1, the Harpy's Pet Dragon was a brick, I would say, more often than not. So it was causing me to lose a lot of games. It's just not worth it. It's nice, although I can, summon Draco Sack, but he's not really that good right now. And one of each of the Harpy spells there, and then finally we have the Trap Hole, which has won me a lot of games. Won me a lot of games after I put that in there. And then the extra kind of speaks for itself. Besides, I guess the one in the middle there, Koki, I think that's what it was, Koki Dragon. It's really not that amazing, but there really isn't a lot of other options right now. And Cowboy I almost never go into. There's almost never a reason to go into Cowboy because I think it's his effective burn is a lot less. This is only 400, so you really, if your opponent is that low, you probably will just be able to win anyways. Unlike in the regular TCG, where Cowboy for game was really prevalent for many years, this game probably not. Cowboy for game is probably not really that rare. I mean, not that common. It's pretty rare that your opponent would get less than 400, but then you wouldn't be able to win from just attacking or something. So maybe in the future, when decks can be a lot faster than Harpies, where they can summon level 4s very easily, then it'd be worth it to go into him because his attack effect is not too bad either. So, and we have, sorry for the sniffling, my nose didn't act up. Diamond Direwolf, very useful for getting over things. And then the last one, that Chronomaly, or not, no, that's Heraldry card, sorry. The Heraldry card, very good. In the TCG, I don't think anyone really used it. But in this game, it is extremely useful. I'm really glad for that, by the way. A lot of cards in the TCG are a lot more useful in this game. There's a lot of cards in the TCG that never saw the light of day when it comes to a lot of these cards. Including Harpies, they weren't really that good. They had a small heyday during the Dragon Ruler form because of Dragon Rulers and because of Channeler, but I think that was like the last time they ever had anything special. So I'm really glad that they're meta in this game, and also finally Abyss Dweller there, shining in the corner there. Abyss Dweller's just good. Doesn't come up that often. It didn't come up often in KC Cup for me at all, really. So I'm not going to go over all 5 games. I'm just going to go over the one game at the end that was worth it to save. I think this game was pretty amazing to me. Maybe not for you guys, but I thought this game was very interesting. Leave your Harpy hate to the side and just at least appreciate the counter plays I'm gonna be doing in this matchup. Now my opponent is playing Melodious, which I have a lot of experience in the TCG. I have quite a lot of experience in TCG with Melodious. I have the real deck. They're quite interesting and quite good. So I know the ways of countering them. I know how to get rid of them. With that being said, this is pretty standard play. Pretty standard Harpies plays. You know, nothing out of the ordinary yet. Other than maybe this, summoning Harpist. And the reason for that is because I already had both of these in my hand, so why should I summon Perfumer? Then you'll use Harpy's Rest to try to get 2 cards, try to get some back row, which was definitely the play, because you'll see in my hand there, yep, 2 back row. 1,000,000% worth it, and the reason why I won this game is because I made that play. But there's way more complexity is coming into the game now, in the next few turns here. So, I actually didn't even know what her abilities did at all. I thought when she did this, I thought she was going to summon the one that can't be targeted. I was starting to sweat a little bit, but apparently you can only summon this, I guess. I don't know what her ability does. I didn't have time to read it. I was just sweating. For a moment there, I was sweating. Don't summon the non-targeting one, because that's going to be really bad for me. Because I know how good that is. It's overpowered in this deck, at least. But they did not. I was able to get rid of both of them, and now they have nothing. But there's way more to this, because their back row is going to give me some problems. I'll try to get one of them, and I believe I target Buku Moon or Karma Cut. And then there's an easy counter with Lance. And then they try to counter that, and here's the combo play. This is the part where I knew I was gonna win. So I use the Harpy Synchro to target my monster instead of the Synchro. Targeting the Synchro is pointless. Because now I have Harpy Channeler in my hand from the last turn. I can use the Harpy Lady 1 for discard fodder, and now I can get back on the board with another monster. Oracle will allow me to get my one card that I choose, and then I can go back into the Synchro monster again. I can use Tie the Binds and go right into a 2700. And they have nothing to do this time. They've got nothing. They've expended all their cards. And for next turn, if my Harpy Lady survives, I have 2 cards coming to my hand. This after that previous play, I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, this is it. I've got this. And I was not even worried about that. After the point where I was able to activate that card, I was not even worried anymore. I was like, I got this. Phoenix Chain is no problem to me. And you summon, who did I summon again? Harpy? Yeah, Harpy, Cyber Harpy, and he just gave up. So that was it. So a very good counterplay by me. I had the right cards, I made the right plays. That was not to be said for every single game that I've played, but I would say that's quite good of a finale to get to KC Max. And as you can see there, I'm not going to go through all these games, but this was the start. I remember it was the Jesse player, and so yeah, it was a straight shot win. As you have to go a straight shot win. And after that third game right here, I was like, oh, I'm feeling it now. Might be the time. And after the fourth game, which was actually a lot harder than the last game, I was definitely on board. If you're in the position of winning 4 games to get to KC Max, just chill. What I did is I went out of this and I just took a breather, because you know your heart's pumping. You're like, oh my god, I'm about to get to max. Just relax, because when you're in that state, you're not thinking as properly. When your heart is beating, you're not really thinking as well as you should. So I took a 5-minute break. I came back, and that's how I was able to play that perfect game. So that's my KC adventure. Will I be able to rank highly in the next round? I don't know, but I got a pretty good Harpy deck. I'm probably gonna remove. I'm gonna do some testing with the sign, but I don't think it's that amazing. I think it's okay. It was better in the TCG because you had a lot more options and stuff, but since we're confined to such a smaller space, it might not be nearly as good, but it's still an option where if you get a brick hand, and I would say 1 out of 6 games, 7 games, I will draw a whole hand of spell cards, and hopefully I'm hoping to go second, because if I go first with a full set of spell cards, I'm probably going to lose. So Hysteric Sign might be the way to help mitigate some of the brickness. So With that being said, guys, I talked way too much. This video was supposed to only be a few minutes long, and I turned into like 10 minutes long. So appreciate you guys watching. Love all you guys in my community. Thank you for subscribing all this time, and I hope to see you in the very next video, whatever that may be. It'll probably be FFB news tomorrow. Appreciate ya. Peace.